Welcome to Tilted Planet. My name is Sangeeta and you are watching episode 21. This episode is on a completely different topic and also the first time I am sharing a personal story with you. So, I have been on a whole foods plant-based diet for past 6 years. And 8 years before that, means a total of 14 years, I have been a vegan. During this time, in the past 14 years, I have reversed many of my health issues, including some chronic health conditions. I am enjoying better health now than when I was in college, even. Now, this episode is not about me, but during these 14 years, as I have enjoyed my health, I have also seen, painfully watched, as my family members or friends got sick, or if they were already sick, they have gotten sicker. They have increased their medication if they had diabetes. They were on pills, they are now on insulin. And I watched that painfully. And yet, most of my family and friends have not believed my story. But something happened recently, quite unexpectedly. And that is the story I am going to share with you today. Back in February, my dad, whom I call as Baba, had a little incident. Let's take a listen.
Back in February, I fainted and passed out.
After that incident, he saw a specialist and he got an MRI. And he shared the results with me. Now, I'm not a doctor, but in that, what caught my eyes were these ischemic lesions, which are blockages, and they are described as chronic in his MRI. Chronic ischemic lesions. I have been to various conferences related to health and nutrition, and in those conferences, I heard Dr. Caldwll Esselstyn talk about how he was able to reverse blockages in his patients' arteries just by changing their diet. I mean, this was groundbreaking. So I told my dad that these blockages could potentially cause a stroke. He was lucky that he just got like a small symptom, which is like a wake-up call, and he could use whole foods plant-based diet to potentially reverse those blockages. He was a little skeptical, little open, but I said to him, try it for 6 months. If it doesn't do anything, go back to your original ways. And he seemed to agree to that. Once he agreed, I asked him to keep a log of everything he ate for a few days. And then, after reviewing that log, I started sharing new recipes with him. Now keep in mind, for being 84 years old, he's pretty healthy and active. He swims, he bikes, he walks, he does yoga, but his blood pressure had been a little high. As a matter of fact, about 10 or 11 years ago, when he was visiting me, he happened to test his blood pressure at the gym, and that's when he found out that he had some hypertension. And since then, he has been on medication for hypertension. But now, with this incident, I think it's a warning sign that needed to be taken seriously. Because of his age and my mom's health and her age, we have a caretaker who comes to their house and she cooks for them. As I kept sending him the recipes, he explained those to the caretaker, Babita Tai. I am thankful to Babita Tai as she seems to have effortlessly adopted this new style of cooking, and she is an important part of this journey. Then came the lockdown, and there was always a question whether Babita Tai could come or not, but somehow she managed to come and she managed to help my dad with his whole foods plant based diet. So, with that, I was not really sure how much Baba was able to stick to his whole foods plant based regimen. But to my surprise, sometime in April, I got a good news from Baba.
चारुस्मिता शहाकडे गेलो होतो. I went to Dr. Charusmita Shah to check my blood pressure. It was 120. She was surprised. It was never this low. That's when I realized my BP has improved and I had also lost some weight. ब्लड प्रेशर मध्ये सुधार आहे.
So, during the past 11 years that we know, his blood pressure had never measured normal. And just a few weeks, maybe 2 months or 2.5 months of whole foods plant based diet, he was measuring normal blood pressure. It had stayed normal for about a month. And then we were talking about what he should do with his medication. This is where I need to tell the story. And what I wanted for him to happen is I wanted him to get this information to his doctors and how the doctors help him manage his medication, whether he needs to reduce it, cut it down. And I asked Baba if he could talk to his doctor. This is what he said.
Doctors never tell to reduce or stop medication. First thing is that the doctors here have no time to talk to patients.
Then I asked him, was it hard to change his diet?
काही दिवस मलाही त्रास झाला त्याचा कारण For a few days it was hard because the taste was different. But then you were giving instructions such as to add spices to make it tasty. The meals became tastier. Then there was no problem.
Then I asked him, has his enjoyment from food diminished after going whole foods plant based?
Sometimes I feel when we buy treats for your mom, like bakarwadi, sometimes I get tempted to eat it. Once in a while I eat it also.
बरोबर. एखाद दिवशी खायला काही हरकत नाही. I asked him if he would want to continue this going forward. Let's take a listen.
Yes, I am going to continue for it for sure.
I asked Baba if his doctor recommended whole foods plant based diet, would he have adopted it?
Yes, definitely. I would have changed my diet even if the doctor recommended it. If I take the medicine prescribed by him, why wouldn't I go that? But the only thing is, whatever they recommend should be easily available here.
I really want Baba to have a doctor who will help him manage his diet as well as his medication at the same time. And I asked Baba if he could talk to his doctor. And this is what Baba said, that his doctor is examining 3 patients at the same time. He has 3 tables. No time to discuss anything. He'll examine, he'll take readings, whatever, writes the prescriptions, and off you go. मग आता तुम्ही जे डॉक्टर लोक आहे, मेडिकल प्रॅक्टिशनर्स आहेत, त्यांना तुम्ही काय सांगू इच्छिता?
मला असं वाटतं की I feel like the doctors know that the non-communicable diseases like diabetes and heart disease are due to lifestyle. Along with the medication, the doctor should advise on how to improve the diet. They should educate themselves on diet and nutrition, or they should work with the dietitians who can help patients on how to follow the recommended diet. This is what I would like to tell the doctors.
So I don't blame the doctors. India is a capital of diabetes and heart disease. They are overwhelmed. But that doesn't mean that they shouldn't question the practice that they are in. They have taken the oath, and they should be looking at the evidence-based science and empowering their patients to take control of their own health. And it will help everybody. It will help the patients because now they can do something about it. And it will help the doctors by reducing the number of patients they have. There are many doctors who have started to question as to why they have become a doctor if their patients are not getting better. They have to keep prescribing medication over medication and increasing the dose and changing the medication, adding medications. Then why have they become the doctor at all? And there is a lot of positive change happening, but it needs to happen more quickly. And that will happen when patients themselves start questioning their own lifestyle. Why are they getting sick? Our bodies are not meant to be this sick. So why are they getting sick and never getting better? When patients themselves question this, then we will start to begin changing the system. Now I'm being realistic here. I know many people who would rather die than make changes to their diet. I know that for sure. They think that if I can't eat what I want, life is not worth living. But I also know that there are many people who are willing to get better and who are willing to change, like my Baba. And these people need better options. I asked Baba what he would like to tell to my viewers, and this is what he said.
I would tell others that you try and experience it yourself. It would be like to tell them that I am seeing the benefits of the diet. Not only my blood pressure, but my general well being has improved. I am also gradually losing weight. It was 72 kg before, now it is around 67 after 6 months. I am still losing it.
He said, try. And that is the most important advice, I think, that read about whole foods plant-based diet and try it yourself for 6 months. If it doesn't work, you can go back to your previous diet. Baba ends each meal with this verse. Annadata, Annabhokta, Tatha Annakarta Sukhi Bhava. It means, may the one who gave this food, the one who enjoyed it, and the one who prepared it be happy. That should be our mantra when it comes to our relationship with the food that we grow, that we prepare, and what we eat. Now, I will not be giving either medical or nutritional advice on this channel, but I will leave you with lots of resources. Watch these documentaries: Forks Over Knives, The Game Changers, Caldwll. Visit these websites: nutritionfacts.org, pcrm.org, sharan-india.org. In the description, I will have links to other resources as well. Be well. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.